Hey guys, welcome back to Severe Statements, and today we're going to be going over a moderate risk for southern United States area. So you can see in this big blob of color, we have this moderate risk here in the middle. Very high risk of severe thunderstorms can be expected in this area. Large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes are all expected this afternoon and evening. So if you live in this area anywhere, just be extremely aware. Main areas affected will be the Greenville, Little Rock, Dallas, Fort Worth, Wichita Falls, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, Springfield, Greenville, Memphis, Jackson, and Alexandria. So if you live in any of those areas in the southern United States areas, just be extremely careful this afternoon and evenings as these storms come rolling through. So here we start out first with tornado risk. If you live in this blob of red right here, that's where tornadoes are almost expected. 15% chance, which is very high for tornadoes. That is 15% chance that a tornado will happen in your area for 25 miles a point. So as you can see, that's very high considering this is tornadoes. The main towns in this would be the Greenville and Shreveport areas. So if you live in those areas, just be extremely aware this afternoon and evening as these storms comes rolling through. In the 10% area, we have Dallas, Waco, Little Rock, and Memphis areas. If you live in there, just be, again, extremely careful as these storms come through. 10% is still very high for tornadoes, especially considering this is for 25 miles a point. So be very careful if you live in that 10 or even 15% chance areas, or even that 5 and 2 around it, as tornadoes can still be expected in those areas. In the 5% area, it's Springfield, Jackson, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, Fort Worth, Wichita Falls, and those areas around it that can expect this 5% area. Again, still very high considering this is for 25 miles a square point, or 25 miles a point, so just be very careful if you're in those areas. For the 10% chance risk, the main areas affected by this will be Dallas, Memphis, Arlington, Plano, and Garland. And then for the 15% chance, it will be Shreveport, Marone, Greenville, and Marshall, Texas. So if you live in any of those areas, just be extremely careful as these storms come rolling through. They'll be coming through at about after 6, so have your severe kit ready and be ready in case a tornado impacts your area. So next we're moving up to the wind risk. Here we have this big blob of purple right here. This is 45% chance that you'll have wind gusts 60 or greater for 25 miles a point in your area. So again, wind gusts 90 miles an hour can be expected in some areas, as this will be a Derico-like feature coming through this area. So be extremely careful. Make sure you have your yard cleaned up so anything doesn't blow away, because trees could be falling down, things will be blowing around. So be very careful as these Derico storms come through, accompanied with tornado and possibly large hail. Some areas affected by this will be Little Rock, Greenville areas. So we'll have Memphis, Plano, Garland, Shreveport, and Little Rock that will be in 45% chance area. In the 30, hold on a second. In the 30, it will be Houston, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, and Tulsa. In the 15, it will be San Antonio, Baton Rouge, Jackson, and Springfield, Missouri. And in the 5% chance, it will be Oklahoma City, St. Louis, Wichita Falls, Lawton, Oklahoma, and Columbia, Missouri. So if you live in any of those areas, just be extremely aware of high winds possible in your area. Next, move over to the hail risk. As you can see, there's pretty much no hail risk in the other areas where we saw high tornado risk or high wind risk. That's because the supercells will be just developing further east, or west, and then developing into a line. So in this big red area right here, that's where the largest hail can be expected. Main areas affected by that will be San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, Tulsa, and Corsicana. And for the 15, it will be Woodward, Wichita, Houston, and San Antonio. And then for the 5% chance, it will be Shreveport, Alexandria, and Springfield. So if you live in any of those areas, again, just be extremely aware as these storms come rolling through. So back to the tornado risk. Again, you can't stress this enough. Tornado risk is very high considering that this is especially early season already. So again, if you live in the Shreveport, Greenville area, Corsicana, Dallas, Little Rock areas, just be extremely aware the tornado risk is very high this afternoon and evening. Back to the wind risk too. Again, wind gusts 90 miles an hour could be expected in some of these areas. So if you live in that purple, red, yellow, or even gray or brownish blob, just be extremely aware as the storms become rolling through. After 6 today is when they're most likely to be expected. So guys, just stay severe weather aware. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. Stay safe this afternoon and evenings. The storms are coming through. So just stay severe weather aware. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.